But what I have today is some full throttle, citrus flavored. This is one of my old go-tos. And it's good to see it's as sparse as I remember. Riboflavin, niacin, B6, no B12 in this one. Only 141 caffeine, a little bit of taurine in there. But, of course, it's the easy drinking flavor that we're after. Mosley's here to get some, you know, he wants some. He wants some of this. You want some of this? Now, back in the day, they used to also sell this in a red can. It said tropical. It was a tropical variant. I don't think they've made that in a long time, but this one still exists. It's still around. It's kind of a weird oddball of a drink, though. I guess it must just sell enough that they haven't killed the brand yet. Feels like one of these brands that should have died by now, you know? It's an old school brand that doesn't have any, like, extra flavors. It's just this one. Who's that? Who's that, Mosley? It's my wife getting home from the gym. Oh, you again. You didn't learn your lesson? Okay. That's alright. You didn't read the news update.
This is my comment and complain about the gym time. Okay, well, I hit a leg press and an RDL PR.
Great job.
360-pound leg press.
Holy, 360-pound leg press. That's more than I weigh. They have the good people like yourself still supporting the brand. I guess so. Every once in a while I buy some. It's almost for like nostalgic reasons though. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that is an unearthly color. It's turbo carbonated. Look at that. Holy shit. I'm assuming you want some of this. Holy shit. Look at the bubbles on that boy. That's how you know it's way too carbonated. That is the most carbonated one that I think we've poured yet. And it also is that same sort of unearthly color as the NOS. You like it? You like it because it hurts. Okay. But yeah, that is like way super duper carbonated compared to every other one we've had so far. And of course, it is also cloudy. It's almost the same visual consistency as the NOS, really, in many ways. Maybe not quite as yellow, but still like a radioactive yellow in person and like that sunset yellow on the camera. Alright, let's pop out some things here. Bloop. There's my blank sheet. Bloop. Alright, yes, of course, we'll rate this out of 100. 25 for aroma, 25 for palate, 25 for finish, 10 for texture, and 15 for my personal experience. You think it smells like anything? The NOS didn't smell like fucking anything. I've never given an aroma score so bad. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out if it smells like something. Of course, this is a purported citrus flavor. This one does smell like something, and it's a very familiar smell. I'm sort of glad. Ah, but what is it, though? It's like lemon, the sweet lemon filling of a lemon meringue pie. That's almost exactly what it is. Oh, it's like absolutely it. Lemon meringue pie filling. That lemon goopy pudding stuff. Absolutely. See if there's anything else on this. Probably not. I like try to like sort of like coat this, but I don't think that really works. It's just almost like habit. Yeah, I don't think think there's much else on this. Yeah, it's mostly just that kind of like lemon meringue filling. All right. Full throttle. Hard work and easy drinking on the palate. Cheers. It is slightly overcarbonated, but it actually works a little bit for this flavor. That being said, the flavor is like a harsh lemon. It's like, I almost want to call it lemonade, but it's not like that. It's like a harsh lemon flavor. It's obviously very sweet. It has like predominantly lemon characteristics, but it's also like harsh at the same time. It's not like nice and pleasant like an easy sipping lemonade. It's like, it's got a harshness to it. It tastes like what I would imagine a lemon cleaner would taste like if you dumped a bunch of sugar in it. That's my rough analysis. That being said, the carbonation kind of works with this. It is overcarbonated though. There's a little bit too much carbonation. It definitely obstructs the experience. Mom is showing a cat again. Although one thing I will say is, for again, extremely sugar-laden beverage, this is not at all sticky. And again, that's something we said about some of these ones we've tried so far. Every one we've tried so far has kind of been like the original flavor with all the sugar. And some of them have varying levels of like stickiness. This one's not sticky at all. And I don't know if it's like the carbonation, but it's not that sticky. It's pretty good in that way. I'm holding it further up because I think the camera is normally tilted further up. Whoop. Yeah. Crassus high. You having your coffee, Crassus? How's your coffee? Yep. Lacks cocaine, you know. You're a few generations behind that being acceptable additive to consumer products, but you know, that doesn't mean you're wrong. Yeah, it's the best I got. It's really just like a harsh cleaning chemical lemon with lots of sweetness. So we're going to take a big old gulp here and see how we feel about the finish. Again, it'll probably just taste like lemon. This whole thing tastes like lemon. But not lemonade lemon. Like clearly artificial flavor lemon. Yeah, it's kind of just like a lingering, chemically lemon kind of taste. that I would not call unpleasant. But it's not great. Finish is hard. I think finish is going to be hard for these guys. All right, so let's try to judge the aroma here out of 25. There's one clear, strong note, and that's about it. And it's interesting a little bit because those first couple of drinks I had, they actually did, I think, have a mildly complex aroma. There was some different things going on. But this one, it's fucking lemon. It's citrus fruits. It's medium intensity. It doesn't even have like a syrupy sweetness to it. It's just cleaning chemical lemon, like someone cleaned the bathroom right before you got in. So I don't want to give it credit for having several notes, but the intensity is reasonable. Let's go with 12. 12 for the aroma. All right. And now the palate. Yeah, that harsh, cleaning chemical, sweet flavor, kind of acquired taste, probably. Getting one sort of reasonably intense note. I think I'll give it a 12 as well. I think that's also fair. And of course the finish. Yep. Just tastes like a slightly metallic, slightly medicinal, lemony pledge chemical. A slightly above a non-finish, I believe. We'll go with 13. Now for texture. Again, this one slightly overcarbonated, which is kind of like a negative. But despite being quite sugar laden, is doing quite well in the like sticky department. It's not too sticky. So it'll probably end up somewhere in the middle here. I personally feel like the carbonation kind of works with the flavor, but it is overcarbonated. Go with a strong 5. So out of 15, my personal experience with this one full throttle, hard working, easy drinking, classic citrus flavored energy drink. Why would you go for the full throttle over any of the other options, the myriad of options you have available to you? Well, it doesn't have the most caffeine. It doesn't have the most taurine. It doesn't have the most random B vitamins. It doesn't have the most random chemicals. It has a fairly modest energy cocktail. There's only one reason I think you would go for the full throttle energy drink. Well, I can count 2. One, you really love artificial lemon meringue pie lemon. That could be one. Don't think I've ever had a drink that hits like slightly artificial lemon meringue flavor quite like this. But the real reason I'm thinking of is because you've been drinking it for 10 years or 15. And you know what you like, and you just want the same thing over and over again. You want some consistency. A classic beverage. That's the reason why you would buy this. And why I think it still exists, frankly. I don't think the young and hip youth are really buying this one. I think this is down to a bunch of old fucks like me still buying this shit after all this time. That's why, is this Coca-Cola? Who owns this? Energy Beverages Canada Limited. For some reason, I thought this was a Coke product. But it says Energy Beverages Canada. Who owns that? I have no idea. But, that's why it's still around. Boomer drink, exactly. This is a boomer. This is a boomer energy drink. And in that way, it'll always stand out in my memory. I don't know why, though. But it always has, and probably always will. So I think it's only fair that we give it a 9 for a standout experience. Many years of service. You can't stop nostalgia. Sometimes when I drink this, I think of late nights mining adamantite ore in the Grand. Also have some random songs that are on a playlist that sometimes remind me of that too. It's kind of weird because drinks and food and music can have like transportive experiences. They remind you of things that you have connected to them in prior points in your life, which is always really interesting. Something magic about that, I suppose. All right, so 12 and 12 and 13 and 5 and 9 is 51. 51. Which is good. It's good. Is it as nice and flashy with all these complex flavors that Monster has? No. But it's a classic. And you got to give it something for that.